Tonight's special segment, digital video receivers, the TiVo-Lution. Everyone knows about the Nielsen ratings and the list of the top 10 television shows. But how about a list of the top 10 TiVo'd shows? The TiVo Top 10 list will appear monthly in USA Today. TiVo is changing the way we watch TV and is likely to dramatically change programming and advertising.
The audience has been unleashed and is now free to choose as opposed to being a captive audience.
I couldn't imagine going back to watching television without TiVo.
People love that capability of basically telling their television what to do.
They're talking about TiVo, a small box containing a hard drive that is causing, if not a revolution, at least a TiVo-Lution in television viewing, programming, and advertising. TiVo will allow you to pause live television, walk away to do whatever you want, and then pick up the show exactly where you left off. It will automatically record all the shows you ask it to record. And then say you get home 15 minutes after TiVo begins recording your favorite show. You can begin watching immediately from the start while the rest of it is still being recorded. No waiting to the end for the videotape to rewind. And then there's the fact that is most troublesome to broadcasters and advertisers. It is very easy to fast forward through commercials.
Yes, I skip the commercials.
Alex Dotson-Young and her husband Aaron are big fans of TiVo. Aaron is a computer programmer who says he was going away from television until TiVo came along.
It has increased the amount of TV I watch, but I don't really think it's affected my life as much because I watch, I guess, what I want and then when I want.
It allows me the ability to choose much more from what's available on television.
The Youngs are a two TiVo family. They each have their own, and that is apparently a growing trend.
There are a lot more people, I'd say, in the last 6-7 months that have more than one TiVo in their home.
Jim Berner does custom installations for Apt and says ease of use is a big TiVo selling point.
I can't tell you how many people I talk to that have had a VCR for 10, 15 years and still don't know how to use it.
And people are using their TiVos. More than 1 million TiVo boxes are now in use. And while people are watching TiVo, in some ways TiVo is watching them. The company has the ability to monitor what is being watched.
We can tell a lot about what people are watching, what they're fast forwarding through, what they're slow motioning, what they're instant replaying.
In fact, TiVo says the Justin Timberlake-Janet Jackson moment at halftime of the Super Bowl was the most replayed moment in their history. But TiVo is quick to claim that while they can report overall numbers, they are not watching you individually. Still, those overall numbers are valuable. TiVo is partnering with Nielsen Media Research to provide a breakdown on how customers are using their TiVos, which programs are watched live, which are watched later, and even which commercials are being skipped or watched a second time. Tim Hanlon is a senior vice president at Starcom MediaVest Group, and he says we're on the edge of a huge change.
There's no question that the traditional approach to programming and advertising needs a rethink.
Hanlon says we already know that when people watch a TiVo recording, somewhere between 60 to 75% of the viewers skip commercials. But Aaron Young says he doesn't skip all commercials.
If there's something visual about it that catches your eye as you fast forward through it, then you'll stop.
And one day, the information TiVo provides to advertisers may help them catch Aaron's eye. Advertisers might give Aaron only the commercials they think he wants.
The ability to, during a commercial break, serve one ad to one household and serve another ad to another household at some other part of the country or some other part of the city could be very, very intriguing.
It means that that message could actually have more impact for you rather than less.
Whatever happens, it's clear that TiVo and technologies like it are changing the very basic equations of television. Programmers may no longer be able to dictate when you have to watch a television show or whether you have to watch the commercials.
I think the current model of television and advertising has gone about as far as it can go without reinvention.
It is clear that TiVo viewers don't simply sit down and watch whatever happens to be on TV at the moment. They pick and choose and watch exactly what they want, and that is powerful feedback for television programmers. And if they respond, television could get better for everybody. But then we've been hoping that for a long time. I guess the good news for us is that viewers still seem to prefer news in real time.
2-day old news is not good. Any competitors to TiVo right now?
Yes, there are other digital video receivers. TiVo is by far on top, but they're going to have to fight to stay there.
So much to talk about. Okay, Ron, coming up tomorrow at 10 o'clock, the courtroom is a